we have around 3 million square feet of facility in this district. And in those 33 campuses, we have approximately overall about 100 buildings in this district that we like to control with our building automation. And so our energy budget is quite large. And so when we're not utilizing parts of a facility, we'd like to keep those off. So as we approach this project, our first goal was to make sure our schools, we have a lot of events at our schools. We want to be able to zone our schools to be able to turn parts of the schools on and not the whole school, or turn parts of the school off when those pieces of the school are not being utilized. Most of our normal day, it starts at 7 and ends at 3:30, but here in the district, we don't have normal days. There's always a football game, there's always a soccer game, could be a science fair. We do things at our Peak Innovation Center. It could happen on Saturday or even Sunday. And so it's very easy to schedule these events in time to make sure the patrons who come into our facilities are comfortable with the heating and air.
75F is more user-friendly, and I wanted that to be across the board, so I'm not relying on just one sole person in my HVAC team to complete work orders, tasks, troubleshoot. Well, before I could relate back to an old employee, my controls guy, he would go up on a roof, or he'd set up his computer in the building where we can plug into the internet, connect it, and connect to the server, the school servers for the controls. Then he would have to go up on the roof, open up the unit, troubleshoot it, and he had to go back and forth, cuts back on the trips. And with all my technicians or my HVAC team being able to see the trends themselves at the unit, it's easy. They can take their phone, they can scan the QR code, pull up that unit, a history of the unit, see what the unit's actively doing, and diagnose it more themselves. It cuts back on the channels they have to go through.
So yes, the newer system, we got with a professional consultant, a mechanical engineer, and we just sat down and said, hey, here's our problem, can you help? According to the Arkansas School District Facilities Manual, so the state pushes out from the Department of Ed that we have to have building automation. So when that's in that manual, that's kind of our Bible that we have to live by. So we presented that to the mechanical engineer, and that's when he showed us, 3 or 4 different various building automation systems, and with the 75F and our local contractor, Lowder Brothers, who could install that for us.
So we were getting into bidding a lot of these school jobs, and we were noticing that in the design documents that there needed to be a controls contractor. So we were having to sub out to a third party in order to work on these controls. I got with the managers and said, hey, this is something we should look into because we could do this ourselves, keep it all in-house. We don't have to rely on another contractor. Airoverse came in along with Matt and said, hey man, this is something that you can do. We can teach you how. And once we really dove into it and Matt showed us how easy it was, we were able to take the products that he showed us and present them to our customers and say, hey, there's actually a better system out there that you can use that's more simple and user-friendly and much more cost-effective than what you have now. For several of the school districts, that's been vital to what they're trying to do with their building management.
A lot of times I work hand in hand with the technicians as well as the control managers, facility managers. So it's nice to be able to be off-site, controlling off of one system, as well as, hey, no, we got one project done. Then at that point, they can take that project. They're confident in the product that we're giving to them that's controlling our system. Fort Smith Schools, for instance, I work hand in hand with a lot of those guys. It is not uncommon for us to collab together to help fix the solution. We have, of course, installed a lot of systems out here, as well as put a lot of new controls. It's new to them, so it's nice to be able to, hey, you see this discharge air temp? Hey, it lets you know we are not running cooling. If you scroll down here, look at your scheduling. This is what I'm changing right here. So it's been nice to be able to be in 2 different areas to work on the same project at the same time. It's been awesome. It's been nice to be able to do it all in-house, as well as like for our on-call techs, we can look into before we get on a job, before I send somebody out there, see what's going on with that system, do the troubleshooting that I need to better lead my technicians.
We're definitely making building automation more accessible for everyone. The ease of installation that Airoverse offers, even though it's more technological advanced, I feel like it's so much easier to hook up and to work on. I feel confident that once we set up a system to someone, a customer, I can hand that over to that customer and feel confident that they're going to be able to control everything. They can call me if they have questions, or they can reach out to Airoverse. Airoverse offers awesome technical support, but I really feel like it's one of those systems that I can hand over to the customer and feel comfortable that, hey, here's complete control of all your HVAC units. If you need me, call me.
We have several different types of systems. You know, we have rooftop units. We might have package split units, VRS, VAVs. We have chillers. We probably have everything that's out there. And so to be able to incorporate the 75F, or having a real-time person come out here and help us, whether we're trying to install it on a chiller or whatever, is very valuable. The long-term support is very important to the district, because, you know, it's a partnership that we want to make with 75F, Airoverse, and Lowder Brothers. So as we move forward, we want to make sure that we're still taken care of. As you know, as time goes on, our facilities still need to run at the highest efficiency that they can.